Hello, this is Lolly. I wanted to share with you a light tracing pad or box that I got. They call it a box. It's more like a pad. And I see that I've got some glare going on here from my overhead light. So I'm trying to think about what I can put under here. Let's see if even this is enough. No. Okay, how about just temporarily let's do this while I'm talking. Okay, so what happened was I was watching in January, I was watching all the CHA videos from Creativation and really got excited about the Caterpillar Glow light pad that they were coming out with. And I realized that would be so helpful for many of the things that I do, because usually what I do is I hold something up to a window and try to trace it. You know, your arms get really tired for that, and you can only do it during the day when it's really bright outside. So while I was waiting for that to actually be released, I found this one, and it's by TikTeck, and it's called A4 LED Tracing Light Pad Light Box. And I purchased it on Amazon, and the price was very good. Now, I got it for about $23. I've noticed that right now it's $19.99. So the price changes, and you just need to look. I will give you a link to the one I got. And for this size, it will be underneath this video. So what I want to say is I got the light pad, and that the next day Cricut announced that they had released their Cricut Glow pad. So I didn't do the video because I didn't want to steal the thunder from Cricut. And I was watching the videos, and this is a decent low budget light pad. So I am not knocking either the Caterpillar Glow light pad or the Cricut Glow pad. Those look phenomenal. Really phenomenal. But, you know, for the price range, you get what you pay for. This is really good, I think, for $20. And I'm going to give you two links down below. And one of them was Lori Noonamaker sharing the Cricut Glow pad, and one is Ken's Creation comparing the Glow pad to the Caterpillar Glow. Now, I would say that after watching those, I would choose the Cricut Glow pad over the Caterpillar. But anyway, it all depends on what you need and what you're going to use it for. So what I want to share with you is this machine here. Not really a machine. It is ultra thin. It's so lightweight. I wrote it out in some specs here to show you. This is the inches and centimeter. The overall dimension is the entire pad here, okay? The overall dimension is 13.18 inches by 9.17 inches by 0.19 inches thick. In centimeters, it comes out to 33.5, 23.3, and 0.48. Now, the work area, which is only the lit part here, is 12.24 by 9.17. And in centimeters, 31 by 23.3. The weight is 0.66 pounds or 33 grams. So it is super lightweight and super thin. You can see here, take that off, how thin this is. So it's nicely packaged. You get this and a micro USB cable. So you can either plug it into your computer, or if you have an adapter like this, you can plug it in to your wall. So I would recommend this too. So you can take this wherever you are, but obviously I'm not going to be sitting by a computer every single time that I want to use the box. The other specs, it is LED, so it doesn't flicker, which is really nice. It has 3 light brightness settings. They also have an A3. Now, as I mentioned, here's the dimensions for this one, but on the other one, where did I write that? Hold on. Okay, I found my notes. So the bigger one, the overall dimension is 18.5 by 14.6, or the active work area is 16.9 by 13. So it's all about the size that you need, and I just felt like this is fine because I can put an 8.5 by 11 sheet on here, and it'll work just fine for me. It is 5 volt, 1.5 watt. And the question most people ask about light box pads is, can you use it for weeding vinyl? And yes, you can. So let me show you what I have here. Let's put this on here. This is what you push here to turn it on. It's hard to do it because I'm not putting it flat on my table. That is the first, second, oops, let's get this on here. It's hard to do it when I'm not doing flat on the table. Second and third brightness. Now, one of the reviews that I saw had a complaint because they didn't like the dots on here. Now, you can see there's some flickering going on, but that's because my camera is having a hard time registering the LED here. Okay, so let's turn that back down. Okay, So let's use a piece of paper. This is just regular typing paper. And let's see with varying papers how that's going to work out for tracing. Okay, the first thing I want to put on there would be just another sheet of computer paper. Now, let's assume that I want to trace this image right here. This is computer paper, this is computer paper. It's a little thicker computer paper than, and I'm going to zoom in here. It's a little thicker computer paper than I normally use. That is good enough that I can see, but let's see if we can turn this up to its brightest potential. You see that? Very good quality. Now, this is about 80-pound cardstock. Still see that? This is 80-pound, but it's got a color to it. You can still see through it. What about watercolor paper? There might come a time when you want to trace something onto a thicker cardstock so that you can use watercolors. Okay, can you see that? I can still see the image. Alrighty, now weeding. I did do a piece of vinyl. Now, let's see if I can really zoom in here. I don't know if I've zoomed as far as I can. I'll just bring this up. Now, there you go. You can see the white lines around my letters. That's because the light is actually shining through all the cut lines on this. So it would be easy to see where you're headed as you're pulling away with your weeding tools, pulling away all the vinyl that you don't need. So I'm pleased with it, especially for the price point. And, you know, I think it was a good investment. Let me turn this off. So if you are looking for a real professional version and you want something even brighter than that, you know, I would go with the Cricut Light Glow, I think it's called again. But if you're wanting something just for not as intense work, you know, this is absolutely fine for tracing. And what I had used it for the most, besides vinyl, is I like to draw a picture. I usually just sketch it, and then the problem is I want to trace it really well in a quality ink, so I like to have that to be able to trace this. So I like it a lot, and again, I will give you all those links below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this might be something that would help you out in your crafting needs.